Konnichiwa. Welcome to Japan.
Thank you.
Is it your first time?
Go ahead first.
I think it's my first time, your second time.
I went to Japan about 7 years ago with
Okay.
my dad, and we visited. I was about 8, so yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, it's gonna be the first time for my brother and part of my family, and really excited about it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So, how old are you guys?
So Forbes is 11, and I'm 15.
Okay. Is it your final day of travel?
Yes. So we arrived in Japan March.
March?
No, not
March.
It was February 29th.
No. Oh, yes, it was.
And then that's the day that we flew out from LAX, and then we arrived
the next day, but it was actually the 29th still because of the time change. We showed up in Tokyo, and then we were in Tokyo for about a week, and then we were in Kyoto for another week.
Oh, you went to Kyoto too?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kyoto, Gion.
Yeah,
So-
Gion area, yeah.
So, how did you like Japan?
In general, we love the cuisine and we love the language. We've been picking up a few phrases. I'd say that we could have benefited from probably learning more phrases, maybe before the trip, but we
learned a lot more.
yeah.
Did you learn any Japanese phrases?
Phrases? Oh,
Phrases?
like
Yeah.
arigatou gozaimasu.
Arigatou gozaimasu. Arigatou.
Oh, oishiso.
Oishiso.
Yeah, oishiso.
And then also konnichiwa.
Yeah. We also learned.
konnichiwa.
Wait. What's the? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
What is it? Hajimashiten.
Hajimemashite.
Hajimashiten. Yeah.
Wait, isn't that thank you for what you've done?
No. Arigatou gozaimasu is what gozaimashita.
Arigatou
Thank you for what you've
gozaimashita.
done, right?
Yeah.
And then nice to meet you though, because we were saying konnichiwa to some of the taxi drivers, and then we started getting replies that were different. So we're like, we had to investigate.
Okay, what's
We
going on?
realized that you can't say konnichiwa is a bit more casual. You can say like nice to meet you when you're like meeting people quickly.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest highlight of the trip was seeing family friends in Fukui from Kyoto. So we went from Kyoto in about an hour and 40 minutes to
You went to Fukui?
Fukui.
Oh, really?
And so we stayed there for about 2 days. And that was probably the highlight of the trip, was seeing them, and we haven't seen them in a long time. So
And then that restaurant that they took us, Salute Italian bar. That
Yeah,
was a
we-
really good bar.
You went to Italian bar?
we went to it in Fukui.
Oh,
in Fukui.
nice.
Yeah.
It was really
Okay.
nice, good food, yeah.
So, like, how do you like Japanese Italian food? Was it good?
I know, right? It's you don't want to. We weren't expecting to go to Italian. We were definitely questioning, like, okay, we're going to an Italian place in Japan.
So
And it
how's that
was-
gonna work?
Yeah, it was.
But
it
yeah,
was good. We like Italian food, and yeah, it was great. A lot of pizza, a lot of pasta. But generally speaking, I think what would be your favorite meal? Can
I
you
would
think of
say the Great Lakes in Tokyo.
Yeah.
It was a burger joint. It was, how do I say it? It's a vegan burger joint.
Vegan burger.
And there was a very small menu, but there's a lot. How they made it is vegan. It was like you were basically part of the kitchen because of how small the restaurant was. Small restaurant, but it's a really lovely place. Good atmosphere.
That's interesting because in Tokyo, we don't have much vegan restaurants.
No.
And then I thought it's not good quality, I thought. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's very
It
good to
was
know.
a little bit challenging. But when we did go to vegan places, there's a lot of, especially in Kyoto, and we went to a vegan place in Shibuya in
Okay.
Tokyo, and they have their menu. They have like a restaurant short list. It was like a little pamphlet of vegan restaurants.
Okay.
And so that was helpful for us to try and find some places that offer vegan options. But it was not easy to find stuff. But we love seafood. You know, technically we're not full vegans because we do eat fish. So
That's
we're more,
another.
yeah. So we were okay with doing a lot of seafood and stuff.
Okay, so like, since you come here, like, did you experience like any culture differences that surprised you?
Cultural differences.
The bowing. Definitely all the bowing and all the thinking.
Culture?
Yeah.
Yeah, eating while walking. We actually did a few couple YouTube videos before coming because we didn't want to, we didn't want to get too shocked. So we did a few you don't walk and eat. We also learned, what was another thing?
Is it rude in your country to eating and
No,
walking
actually,
at the same time?
it's permitted. Nobody just, if you're in Japan, you could walk and eat, the walking
Yeah.
is side eye and the bad eye, but that's it. But whereas America, it's just like when you're walking, and nobody will. It's kind of considered okay.
Like I walk and eat, and so it was definitely different. Like I would go to a Starbucks, but I need to walk and eat. So that would be a cultural difference. There's no garbage, which was really fascinating.
No garbage, yeah?
No garbage.
No garbage cans.
No garbage cans.
Yes.
Yeah, no talking on the subway. And that was definitely interesting. When we first arrived in Tokyo, it's very, very quiet in the subways and outside, just in the station in general. A lot of very respectful of each other's space.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah.
I mean? Even in the Shibuya crossing, everyone was able, even though it's a very busy crossing, everyone was able to find space for each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You know what I
true.
mean? Like no one's budging past per se.
1 million people crossed that crossing in one day, and so it's like
It's a lot
you
of
would expect a
people.
lot of people to get.
Yeah, lots of people. And we were definitely surprised to see that everyone was trying to be respectful of each other. So that was good.
What was your image of Japan before coming to Japan? How is it changed after visiting Japan?
When I came here at first, without knowing what it was like, not knowing it was going to be anything like this, I really thought of, for some reason, sushi and temples. That's it.
Oh, that's
I
it.
didn't imagine like this.
There's a lot more things to
there's
see,
a lot more
visit.
culture. There's a lot more fashion, and there's a lot more food, and it's also a very influential place.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because I feel like I would consider our family pretty like we've done quite a bit of travel, so we're pretty open-minded. I would say some people might have a specific image, like even like how Japanese people feel about America, you know, vice versa. I don't know if I had like an image of Japan.
Yeah.
I think we had an image about the things that we wanted to see, and there was a lot of shrines, a lot of Buddhist temples. There's less of that, I would say, in California. There's public church. You can go to the churches, and there's different churches, but I wouldn't say that there's. I've never been to a Buddhist temple in California.
No,
I'm sure there probably is one.
There's probably
but
like one though.
Okay, but what brought you to Japan? Why did you decide visiting Japan?
I would
why do
say
you think we decided?
because I was hounding Dad too much about it. So Dad was just like, "Okay, I'm gonna get off my shoulder. Let's just go."
I think
plus the flights were cheap.
over the course of 7 years, I definitely think we've always wanted to come back to Japan. But the biggest reason was the fact that we would see our friends in Fukui. So that was a big reason to go, biggest part of the trip. But it just worked out with school and with the flights.
Yeah.
The flights were just really cheap, and you know it's still cold, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's still off season still. So we had a really. We still got to see cherry blossoms too early, but we still saw some. So
Yeah, that was fun.
so
Beautiful
that was probably
flowers.
the biggest reason why. We just love to travel. It's been 7 years, and the flights were cheap. So
Did you buy any souvenirs?
good question.
Yeah.
What can you think of? That's a really good question. We did bring some. We got tenegi. We got a tenegi cloth from Kyoto Gion, and I think it's the Japanese mascot. I don't know if I have a photo, but that was a big. We wanted to get one of those before leaving, so instead of just getting one through Amazon or anything like that.
And then I also found the currency is definitely a souvenir itself. Like the art and then the coins.
Okay, yeah, Forbes likes the
The currency is very fascinating.
That's a good one for us. And we also got a Kyoto Starbucks mug.
And then
Starbucks,
have you ever seen those before? They're like the want to go or the where to go series mugs. And you can get those from
like
different
mugs?
cities.
You
Yeah,
mean
no,
like-
it's a mug.
It's a pot. It's like a.
It's a coffee mug.
Yeah, bottle. I
Yes.
see.
And
Okay.
there's different. You can get the same. It's a big series. So
Yeah.
when you go to a city, you can get one that says like Kyoto, and then it's part of that series.
I
Yeah,
see.
yeah. So we have Kyoto, and I think we have a Tokyo one too.
Yeah,
And we've got incense. That was
yeah. We ran out
I
of incense.
You know, when I went to Japan, when I came to Japan 7 years ago, we got incense from one of the Buddhist temples in Fukui, and I have kept it all. Since all that time, I didn't use it, and then we started using it, and we wanted to get more, and so we got more incense. The scent, what was it called? The scent of the sea urchin.
Scent
was
of
the-
sea urchin.
The scent.
Really.
And then we got, what else did we
Let's
end
see.
up bringing with us?
I would.
We're pretty light with the souvenirs.
Oh, you
yeah.
got t-shirts? Like,
We got,
what kind of design? did
I
you
would
buy?
say What was the temple's name?
Two cloud dragons from the.
Well, you got a T-shirt of I think.
No, it's the same teacher. Well, we got the two of the same
Where
teachers.
was it?
The
It was
cloud
a
dragons.
temple. It was a temple in Kyoto,
Okay.
and at the temple there was
Like a souvenir
there was
shop.
a screen panel of sorts that had the two gods, the god of wind and the god of thunder, with a gold background.
Oh yeah.
It's the one that has the dragon ceiling, the
Oh,
Kenenji
I see.
temple in Kyoto. The
Yeah.
dragon with the two cloud dragans on the ceiling. So
Yeah.
we got shirts that
Probably
are
not
both
even right.
white. We got two like white shirts with the dragons on them.
I see.
And I found that really fascinating because it was painted in a gymnasium of an elementary school. It took just under 2 years for nerds to do it.
Where
and
was
then
this?
also the art on the roof. It took 2 years to make. And also it was actually it's 15 feet. Well, it's on the roof, so it's kind of hard to say. It's
Really
15
big.
feet wide and
Yeah.
it's 11 feet tall in meters.
I see.
So it's massive. It's big.
Really,
Yeah.
really
Okay.
big.
Okay.
It was really
Very
pretty.
big.
I was thinking that would be really cool wallpaper.
I'm glad you could get a lot of nice stuff. By the way, do you have future dream?
Future
you,
dreams?
If you can share. Yeah. What do you want to do in the future?
Yeah.
I know it would be really hard here to get citizenship because Japan's not as open about their citizenship, allowing people and foreigners
Yes, we
to get
learned about
citizenship.
that.
So I would say like living here is kind of outlandish, but not so much because it's
But
possible.
what do you want to do in the future? Like,
I'd say I would try going to Tibet. That would be a
Okay.
very fun place. Tibet, yeah.
I think we'll forever do some more travel in the future.
Oh yeah.
That's a
That's
shared,
nice.
a shared goal. Future endeavor would be
Yeah.
traveling
And then like
together.
experience a lot of things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been to
We've
the
done a lot of.
Netherlands.
We've been to the Netherlands. We've been. To,
Oh really?
Yeah, we've been to
Nice.
Britain.
Netherlands.
We did a
Where
road
else?
trip to 28 different states of the United States.
No, not 28. We've done 46 in all.
We've done
50.
46, but we did anyways. We've done a lot of travel, so I think
Too much.
we'll do more travel in the future.
Do more travels.
Yeah, together.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of
Nice
travel. I
dream.
think we should definitely try after
Mhm.
catching up on our homework at home. We should
We
definitely
have a
try.
lot of school homework to do.
We should definitely go out again.
True. I see. Yeah. Okay.
Got a lot of schoolwork to do.
I see. I see.
Yeah.
So like this is a final question. Do you guys have any comments to Japanese people or Japan?
The culture is amazing. You can't find it anywhere else.
The customer experience, the customer service though here is very gracious. I feel like it's there's a lot of like thank you so much,
Yeah.
right? Arigato gozaimasu. Like you can
Bowing.
hear that.
A lot of
A lot of
bowing.
bowing, a lot of like respect for your presence.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh.
I love the
Because you
kind-
don't find
you
that
know,
very
that kind of culture in terms of how people respond to you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I would also say
So-
that another funny thing is that here in Tokyo, you can't find the culture. You can't find what you have on this island anywhere else.
It's a lot of stuff to do, yeah. You
True,
should
true.
definitely go see both the countryside and the city too if you're coming to
Yeah,
Japan.
you should
Oh,
definitely.
it's very
Enjoy-
different, right?
Well, you should enjoy both,
Fukui's
right?
pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
The language you should definitely try to learn before you do anything. It's
Very helpful.
well, you can't learn the whole language in one day. It's
Yeah, you
you have to definitely try investing some time and effort before coming on.
Okay, so that's it.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
It's been amazing to talking to you. So have a
Okay.
good rest of your trip in Japan.
Thank
Thank you so much. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。